What if Nike has already recognized Alex Eala as the next global tennis superstar before the rest of the tennis world has fully caught on? A $140 royal blue Nike outfit. A 21-year-old Filipina ranked among the world's top 20. A rapidly expanding international fan base. And now, reports of major Nike advertising appearing around New York as the 2026 U.S. Open approaches. Eala isn't the highest-ranked player in the tournament. She is an American, and she hasn't won a Grand Slam yet. So, why does Nike seem to be putting her in the spotlight? That's the question becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. The answer may have less to do with where Eala ranks today, and much more to do with where Nike believes she could be heading. Eala has already made history. She became the first Filipina to break into the WTA Top 20, and later captured the biggest title of her career in Washington, defeating Jessica Pegula. But Nike's interest appears to have begun long before that breakthrough. During her Wimbledon run in July 2025, Nike created a custom Sagittaria-inspired hair accessory specifically for Eala. The Sagittaria flower is associated with the Philippines. That might sound like a small gesture. It wasn't. Global sports brands rarely create country-specific products for an athlete unless they recognize the potential for something much bigger. Then came another major signal. Eala appeared on the cover of Vogue Philippines wearing Nike in an editorial focused heavily on her identity, background, and Filipino heritage. Soon afterward, Eala posted from Nike's New York headquarters with two simple words: New York, New York. That brief post immediately sparked speculation throughout tennis communities. Why was a young player being brought into Nike's New York operation just before one of the biggest tournaments in tennis? Then another moment made the story even more intriguing. At the 2025 U.S. Open, Eala faced a highly ranked opponent and found herself in serious trouble during deciding tiebreak. She was down 5-1. For many players, that situation could have become overwhelming. Eala refused to give in. She fought back, won 7 of the next 8 points, and completed an incredible comeback. Suddenly, she wasn't simply another promising young player. She was becoming a compelling story, and Nike had already positioned itself around that story. But the 2025 U.S. Open didn't finish the way Eala wanted. She later lost in the second round to Christina Buxa, bringing her tournament to an end. And this is where the story becomes even more interesting. Eala didn't allow the disappointment to define her. She acknowledged the defeat, reminded herself to appreciate the opportunity she was experiencing, and continued pushing forward. That mindset would eventually pay off. Months later, she captured the biggest title of her career in Washington. She had gone from a disappointing Grand Slam exit to lifting a WTA 500 trophy. And Nike had watched that entire transformation unfold. Then, in February 2026, another major signal emerged. Nike invited Eala to its global headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon, where she received a personalized welcome. The company's social media messaging also incorporated Filipino language and cultural references specifically aimed at supporters in the Philippines. The message seemed clear. This appeared to be more than a standard sponsorship arrangement. Nike seemed to be building a relationship around Eala's identity, her culture, her growing popularity, and the enormous audience developing around her. And if Nike really believes Eala can become a global tennis superstar, the 2026 U.S. Open could be the moment when that vision becomes impossible to ignore. For more tennis stories, major updates, and viral sports coverage, and that potential audience is enormous. The Philippines has more than 100 million people, while Filipino communities are spread across the United States, Canada, the Middle East, Europe, and Asia. Nike may not simply be looking at one tennis player. It may be looking at an entire global community that has formed a powerful emotional connection with one athlete. That is exactly why the reported advertising activity in New York could be so significant. If those reports are accurate, Nike may not simply be promoting Eala's next match. It could be promoting Eala herself as a recognizable international sports personality. And that represents a completely different level of investment. Think about Nike's history. The company has repeatedly helped turn elite athletes into global cultural figures. Serena Williams became bigger than tennis. Naomi Osaka became bigger than tennis. Nike didn't just sell them shoes and clothing. It helped build stories around them. Their identities mattered. Their backgrounds mattered. Their personalities mattered. And now Eala appears to be entering a similar conversation. The timing is especially interesting. The 2026 US Open represents one of the biggest stages in global tennis, while New York is one of the world's most valuable advertising markets. If Nike wants Eala to become a worldwide sports star, there may be few better places to showcase her at maximum scale. But one major question remains. Is Nike simply responding to Eala's rise, or is Nike helping accelerate it? That's where the story becomes particularly fascinating. Athletes don't always become superstars first and receive huge marketing campaigns afterward. Sometimes, marketing helps create the momentum. More visibility leads to more attention. More attention brings more fans. More fans increase commercial value. And greater commercial value creates even more opportunities. The cycle continues. Nike may believe Eala is already entering that cycle. Her ranking matters, but it isn't the whole story. Her nationality matters. Her personality matters. Her age matters. Her rapidly expanding fan base matters. And perhaps most importantly, her potential matters. Imagine Eala breaking into the WDA top 10. Imagine her reaching a Grand Slam semifinal. Now imagine her winning one. Suddenly, every Nike billboard, every custom product, and every major campaign could look less like a risky bet and more like an early investment in a future superstar. That could be the real strategy. Nike may not need Eala to be the biggest player in tennis today. It may want to be the brand that recognized her potential before everyone else did. And Filipino supporters have believed in that potential for years. They never treated Eala as a temporary sensation. They saw something bigger developing. Now, the rest of the tennis world appears to be catching up. The US Open could become another major checkpoint in that journey. Every match will matter. Every crowd reaction will matter. Every appearance connected to Nike will attract attention. And if Eala continues winning, the spotlight surrounding her could become enormous. Because the most powerful part of this story isn't the clothing, it isn't the billboards, and it isn't even Nike itself. It's what all of those things represent. A young Filipina athlete has reached an extraordinary level of international visibility, something tennis marketing has rarely witnessed from the Philippines. For decades, the biggest commercial stories in tennis were largely centered around the United States, Europe, Japan, and a few other established markets. Now Southeast Asia has a new face. And that face is Alex Eala. So maybe the real question isn't simply why Nike chose her. Maybe the better question is, what did Nike recognize in Alex Eala before everyone else did? Because if Eala continues climbing the rankings, today's campaign could eventually be remembered as the beginning of something much larger. A talented player becoming a star becoming a global icon, and an entire country watching that transformation happen in real time. Now it's your turn. Do you think Nike is simply supporting Alex Eala's rise? Or is the company actively helping build the tennis superstar of the future? And if Eala reaches the WDA top 10, how far do you think she can go? Share your thoughts in the comments, because the next chapter of the Alex Eala story could be even bigger. And there's another factor Nike cannot ignore: the fans. Alex Eala is building something that money alone cannot create: genuine emotional connection. Filipino supporters don't simply watch her matches. They celebrate her victories as moments of national pride. That passion creates enormous value for sponsors because every Eala match has the potential to become a major social media event. If she continues winning in New York, the conversation could move far beyond tennis. More casual sports fans could discover her. More brands could compete for partnerships with her. And Nike's early investment could suddenly look incredibly smart. But the biggest question remains whether Eala can turn this massive attention into consistent results on the court. If she can, there may be very few limits to how far her rise can go.